Offer sheets. We need more of these. Here we go. The Jesperi Kotkaniemi offer sheet fallout. So how did this all come to be? Well, back in 2019, July 1st, the Canadiens announced that they have tendered an offer sheet to restricted free agent Sebastian Aho of the Carolina Hurricanes. The proposed contract is for 5 years with an average annual value of $8.454 million. Canadiens also tweet out, Sebastian Aho accepted our offer. He wants to come to Montreal. He sees our youngsters coming up in the organization and he wants to be a part of that. We are proud that there's still a waiting period. Mark Bergevin. At the time, I was like, Carolina's easily going to sign this. Montreal actually gave them a favor, in my opinion. 8.454. Maybe they were worried they weren't, and Montreal would have to give up the picks. If they would have went higher, they didn't. I think they gave the Hurricanes a favor. But Waddell doesn't forget. The Carolina Hurricanes don't forget. They're a bit petty, and they got him back, in my opinion. So, August 29th, 2021. You haven't heard anything from Montreal and Jesperi Kotkaniemi. And what do you get? We've tendered an offer sheet to Jesperi Kotkaniemi, the Carolina Hurricanes tweet out. Canes GM Waddell, Jesperi Kotkaniemi accepted our offer. He wants to come to Carolina. He sees the core we've built here, and he wants to be a part of that. We are proud, but there's still a waiting period. When you make an offer like that, you saw a vulnerable position. The offer, with the compensation and the core we have, we realized that it was the best chance we had to get the player. Now, what was the offer? The year was 1 year. The contract was 1 year, $6.1 million, $35 there tacked on the end. I believe that was because, Sebastian Aho, number 20, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, number 15, add that together, 35. Quick maths. Also a $20 signing bonus. Now, why would Kotkaniemi sign it? 1, Carolina offered him $6 million. He's probably in the range of 3.5 to 4 right now. If Montreal declines, then they get a first and a third pick from Carolina. Okay, cool. Sounds good. So they wait. And they decline it. So the Carolina Hurricanes now have Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Now, Elliot Freeman and a couple others, they basically stated that no team would sign a 1-year deal at 6.1 if they haven't yet talked to this player, this RFA, about what their contract extension is going to look like. And I was listening to the Steve Dangle podcast when they had the hockey guy on, and they mentioned that potentially you could see Jesperi Kotkaniemi after this year likely sign like a 5-year deal, $4 to $4.5 million, similar to Nazem Kadri after a down year. And that makes sense to me. Plus, he's young. What is he? He's not even 21 yet. So, works for Carolina. I know some fans will be upset because they didn't get Hamilton. They didn't sign Hamilton when they could have, and they threw $6 million at him. But think the long game. It's $6 million for this year, plus whatever they get in the years after for a young guy who can play center. Likely he'll probably play wing next year. Former 3rd overall pick. Now they have number 2 and number 3. They've got Svechnikov signed to that big 8x8 deal. They've got a young group. Makes sense to me. And then cap-wise, a bit worrying. However, what happens? Jake Gardiner shows up. And Jake Gardiner is on long-term injured reserve. He has to have back surgery. So there's, $4 million off the table. Carolina's right back into it. Okay. Is this done? No. Montreal has a first and a third. They have a hole at center. They don't have Deneau. They don't have Kotkaniemi. What are they going to do? Oh, there we go. Who rings? The Arizona Coyotes. A match made in heaven, basically. You have the Arizona Coyotes, who need to stock their picks. They've had a few fumbles. They've lost a bunch of firsts. They picked some players that they then had to give it back. They've been in shambles. They're stocking the cupboard. And oh my gosh, are they stocking the cupboard. I think after this, Arizona has 2, maybe 3 first-round picks in 2022. They've got 6 second-round picks and the rest. think the only thing they're missing is like their 7th or something like that. They're just packing it in. So what do? They accept a call from Montreal. They go, hey, I know you need a third-line center. We've got one here. Decent contract. Now, he only scored, 18 goals? I think he had 30-something points. He's never hit over 20 goals in a season. He hasn't had over 40 points in a season. But you're in need. So what can you throw at me? Montreal goes, yes, we do. And look at that. We actually just got a first-round pick from the Carolina Hurricanes. We got a second in 2024 as well that we throw into there. But we want to keep some of our picks. Arizona says, okay, I'll take it. But let's do it like this. In the event that either or both of Montreal's first-round picks and or Carolina's first-round pick are in the top 10, then Montreal will then instead transfer to Arizona the worst of Montreal's own pick and Carolina's pick, previously acquired by Montreal. AKA, if you're in the top 10, fine, you can stay there. But if you end up 11th, I want that pick. If you end up 11th and the next pick is 18th, you give me the 11th. And because of that condition, I don't want that third round that you got from Carolina. No, give me a second-round pick, but let's wait till 2024, okay? We get to see prospects develop a little bit more. I get a pick now and for later. You get Dvorak. For under 40 points, his contract, maybe a little bit high, but you're in need. Great player, and maybe he will excel in Montreal. We'll see. But as of right now, first and a second. Bergevin goes, deal, click, done, and there you have it. To Montreal Canadiens, forward Christian Dvorak. Third-line center, maybe second-line center. The Arizona Coyotes, 2022 conditional first-round pick and the 2024 second-round pick. That first-round pick is the better of Montreal or Carolina, unless it's in the top 10. Interesting. Montreal, you lose Kotkaniemi, but you get Dvorak. You lose a first for Christian Dvorak, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let me know what you think of these trades. Let me know what you think of these signings. Who won? Carolina, Montreal, Arizona? Comment down below at the end of the video. In my opinion, it's kind of like a win all around. Montreal fills the gap they need in Dvorak, and they weren't happy with Kotkaniemi, or he would have played in the playoffs. Carolina gets Kotkaniemi. It's only 1 year deal, and most likely he signs an extension. He's young, and he can build with that team. Arizona, they stock their draft cupboard. And the NHL wins. Bring on more offer sheets. Maybe someone will offer sheet Elias Pettersson. That'd be interesting. That's it for me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Take care. Have a good one. And I know this team has nothing to do with this, but I have to say it anyway. Go Leafs, go.